Okay, so we're chemistry, sort of homework day. Tomorrow we have a giant quiz that's out of 50 something. Then that's Friday. Weekend comes. The next class after that, the practice test is due, and then test is somewhere on our horizon. It'll take 2 days to do the test though, one vocab day, one problem day. But today we're kicking in here with random questions anywhere from the chapter of homework, and our first call was 39B. So 39B, you'd have to get 39A some progress. So does anybody need to have the conversation about 39A to build some momentum? Okay, so let's start there. So 39A, they want us, we're going to want to figure out bunch of conversion stuff. Okay, so they say they've got this chunk of ice that's 98 miles, 25 miles, and then 750 feet. So we're going to compute a volume on that, but why do we have a little bit of a problem with doing the volume as it's presented?
Because it's miles, miles, and feet.
Miles, feet. So what we're going to have to do is turn 98 miles into feet. Anybody have an opinion on how to turn 98 miles into feet?
5,280 times
Agreed.
98.
Yeah. So you could either common sense that, or if you don't trust your common sense, we could do this dimensional analysis little thing where miles have to go out, which means I put miles on the bottom. And then I'm going to create feet, and we know that 1 mile is 5,280 feet. And they gave us that number. But whether you're doing it this way or mental math or however you're doing it, we need to do 98 times 5280. We also need to do 25
Times 5,280.
times 5280. To get the volume, we then multiply new number instead of 98 times new number instead of 25 times 750 as it is. And then we'd have a volume, which isn't an answer, but is a good move.
So like 5,280 times 98
Yeah.
times 5,280 times.
Hey, I had the same problem. You don't really back.
Times 25
Yeah.
times 750.
25 times 750.
It's 5 numbers to multiply. 98,
Like 90
5280,
5,280 twice.
and 7, yeah. And the
And
3
then-
original numbers.
Okay.
That
So
should get
multiplying
you,
750.
yes.
A giant number.
5, in the 5s,
Five.
10 to the 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody need help getting that first hurdle cleared?
That's actually one of my favorite.
What's that?
That's the one that I'm doing.
Okay. So what we talked through so far is to take 98 times 5280, so it's feet,
Okay.
and to take 25 times 5280, so it's feet, and then multiply those two new feet numbers with each other and 750, and then we're scientific notation-ish of a volume in the 5s times 10 to the 13.
Okay.
You with that?
Sure. I didn't get that when I did it with home, but I
Okay.
believe it.
But that's cubic feet. Then you're going to have to change from cubic feet into gallons. So they say 1 cubic foot makes a little bit more than 7 gallons. So what are we going to need to do with the number we already have and the 7 gallons? Multiply again. So if you multiply what's showing on the screen times that 7.48, now we're in the 3s times 10 to the 14s. Then they ask you to convert that into swimming.
Wait, what are you saying that was? What times
A
10?
3-ish thing times 10 to a 14.
I have like a 2.92.
Okay, did you multiply by 7.48?
Yeah.
So something funny happened.
Oh, wait.
Because I got the same 2 point something number when I did it. Let me see if I can.
It shouldn't be. If we were just in the 5s and we're times 7, we've got to be like above 30, 35 for our digits.
I'm multiplying, when I turn those miles into feet, I'm multiplying all of them together to get volume, right?
You are, yeah.
Okay.
So like 98 times 5250, I didn't write down. but times 25 times 5280, I didn't also write down times 750. I just straight out multiplied 5 numbers together and didn't write any of the in-between steps down. But I got a five-ish thing times 10 to the 13.
I see what I
got
did
that
wrong.
time.
All right, then times the 7.48, and I'm showing up a 3-ish thing times 10 to the 14.
Yeah.
And now we're one conversion away. We're trying to convert gallons into swimming pools. And they're telling you that every one swimming pool has 24,000 gallons of water in it, ballpark. So what do we need to do with that 24,000? Divide is correct.
So divide by the 20.
Divide what's showing by 24,000. And it's like a 1-ish thing times 10 to the 16.
I got one.
1.5 times 10 to the 10th.
Yeah, that's right.
So what I
Is that
got.
a 10? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
My ink made a messy dot and it turned a loopy 0 into like, it looked like it was a 6. Yeah, 1.6-ish times 10 to the 10. Whew, that's A.
So that's the answer for A.
That's the answer for that.
What about
That's where we're going. Yeah, the original request was for B, but I went back to A to build up a little bit of momentum. So we're trying then to go backtrack to the point where we had 5-ish.
Like where we multiplied all the numbers?
We had 5-ish times 10 to the 13 feet cubed. And we can get rid of feet cubed. What do they give you for B to convert away from feet cubed? 28.3 liters. But then they also let you convert away from liters with that 917. So here's a sheet that I sort of addressed, but not really. Grams per milliliter is the exact same thing as kilograms per liter. Because if we're stepping from grams to kilograms, how would we step from grams to kilograms? Yeah, that's 3 difference of zeros. And from milli to regular is also 3 zeros of difference in the same direction. 1,000 of these make this, 1,000 of these make this. So if you just change the units where they're both involving like times 1,000, that's actually fair. Like in fraction land, whatever you do to the top, you also have to do to the bottom, and if you do that, that's a fair match. So they're trying to like mess with you, I think. Grams per milliliter is not what we're working, but that is the exact same thing as kilograms per liter. So we can turn kilograms and liters into each other. The 917 is the grammy kind of thing for every 1 liter. If you want a 1 or want a 1 there, you could put it. But we're just looking to multiply those numbers. That was your original question. Did that make sense on the B?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you followed up with that, and you were in on that too.
Yeah.
Is that enough for you?
Yeah.
People for the Bs?
And then that'll just spit out the answer.
That is the answer.
Sweet.
it's like a 1 some change to 15?
15, yeah. Yep.
I didn't get 37. I got it, but it's not the same as his back. It's off by like 0.1. I don't know why.
Okay, so we're trying to do density, so I would generally try to do density by using the equation. Density equals
Mass over volume.
mass over volume. Do we have the right kind of mass?
Yeah.
Yes. What are we going to need to do to get the volume?
Guys, I think I solved our problem already. I wrote down a number wrong.
Okay, that'll do it. We'll keep talking it out though, it'll help people.
Yeah.
How are we going to do a volume?
Uh, 2.3 cubed.
2.3 cubed. So we're doing like times width times height, but everything's the same. So 2.3 times 2.3 times 2.3. That's going to get you a volume that's in the neighborhood of 12 and some change.
Yeah.
So then we're just going to take the mass of 72 divide by that volume that's in the 12s, and that's our hit.
I'm still getting like 5.96.
What do they say back there?
$5.94.
I also got I got 5.9587.
But around 6. Yeah.
Sometimes the back isn't right.
Geo, the book is always wrong.
Yeah. 72.5 divided by 2.3 cubed. 5.96 is what I say. Is that
Yeah.
what you
That's what I
say?
said.
Yeah.
The back's wrong.
Yeah, I would say the back's wrong.
It's like a 5.958.
5.9587, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So should we go in the back and like mark that?
probably. Just so future people don't get annoyed.
Can you work out 39B too? Because I came out with 1.3 times 10 to the 14th kilograms on my calculator.
I'm gonna say 1.3 times 10 to the 15. I'll stand by that because I already have that in my book.
Okay.
So you have 5.122
Yeah, I
times
might
10
have
to the.
just put- yeah, I probably just put.
You might have just hit a button wrong or a
Yeah.
decimal wrong position. But yeah, if you want to be kind to the future owner of your book, find that 37 answer and change it to 5.96.
Okay.
It's always fun to be smarter than a book. What else do you guys have?
34. What is happening with that?
34 is like the shortcut cheat I was giving you yesterday. Grams are friends with milliliters. So if you're converting from grams to milliliters, kilograms are also friends with liters. So if you're doing a conversion between those two, you either multiply or divide. If you're making a mass, you'll multiply.
Okay.
But if you are given a mass, then you'd have to divide. And then I think you have to look up the numbers in that table back at the bottom corner of page 40, whenever it says like sulfuric acid, you have to look up sulfuric acid's number
Okay.
on that table.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that
So
enough?
I'm either multiplying or dividing the number in there.
Correct.
But I might have to switch.
You might
up.
have to do a metric, if you have
Okay.
if you have mismatched units, you do the metric conversion immediately, then do your multiplier divide.
Yeah.
So something like, yeah, like those first two,
Yeah.
they want liters, but they're giving you grams. So the grams have to be converted to kilograms.
How do I know what they're?
It says calculate the volume in liters.
Oh.
See it?
Yeah.
So C and D are actually easier because kilograms work with liters.
Yeah.
Those top two you have to convert. When you go to 35, they want grams. So A and B, where they give milliliters, that's good news. But then you'll have to convert C and D to be milliliters instead. Is that enough?
Mm. Yeah.
What else we got? Old, new, anything? Cubits?
Oh.
There's the one question about cubits.
Yeah. It's actually I have that. Yeah.
Do you need that?
Yeah.
So anything that's moderately confusing, I'd work through this.
Yeah.
So cubits out, inches can come in. You know a number there, and then you're going to have to do this twice. One of the calculations is telling you that a cubit, 1 cubit is 17 inches.
And then the other one's 21.
But we need inches to go out, and feet to come in. 12 inches make a foot. Run that with the numbers you're given.
Okay, yeah.
then double back and trade out the 17 for 21 and just run them again.
Okay. Sounds good.
More? No more so-called words from you today?
No more words.
No words.
31.
So 31, if they give you grams and they give you milliliters, just divide them.
Okay.
Mass divided by volume, because they want density, so density is mass divided by volume, but they specifically want grams over milliliters for the unit. So A, just divide, B, just divide, C, just divide. To do D, you have the grams, but then we're gonna have to access the milliliters. So we need a quiz fact length. What's the quiz fact length for milliliters?
Equals centimeters.
It's centimeters cubed. So in the numbers they give you for D, centimeters is a win. Decimeter, you'd have to make centimeters. Millimeter, you'd have to make centimeters. And then you'd want to multiply those three numbers once you've made them all be centimeters
Okay.
to get the volume. Is that enough?
Yeah.
For the tip? More? Anything? Anybody? Old, new, whatever. We've had homework all the way back to 3, all the way up to 39. The general problems lived up, I think, to their reputation. As I said, that those are usually like more challenging problems. And then if you get past them, there's almost always a chapter quiz, and the chapter quiz is almost always like pretty super easy feeling after you get through the general problem. Nothing else? Future video watchers will be pleased that there were some questions. Going twice. Sold. Shut that down.